intro. Hi, we're back. You can wave the camera now.
I can wave now.
Say hi, dear.
Oh, it just freaks me out because I keep hearing noises underneath my house.
That's alright. It's
No,
probably
I-
Mikey's just broken,
And I can
Rachel.
get
Fine.
into our house.
So,
I have picked on the notes.
actually done well. Last game, we had a brief recap on what Fitz was doing in the library with his creations of steam grenades and leaf blower machines that he's now already wanting to innovate into other uses. And after a bit of strange hijinks of dealing with some of the castle guards and employees and having a chat and trying to steal or kidnap a archaeologist, eventually Fitz rejoined the rest of the party after the end of their strange, I guess, encounter with a bunch of the Phoenix army that was hanging out in the highway and almost annihilating all of them, but keeping one alive and torturing for information and finding.
And then I stole a face.
I didn't torture him.
I did.
Oh, true, you did. That's right. I would never. Oh, that's right. I'm with other people.
A face was stolen and very, very well put onto the face of a skeleton.
Nice.
It was crafted on quite well.
A masterpiece.
And you guys were given a map and a few other details on the base, as well as a cyborg goblin that was responding to commands after the correct protocol was given to it. And now you guys are recovering from your kerfuffle fight thing.
Altercation.
There we go. What are you guys doing now?
I'm stripping all the bodies and taking the clothes.
Okay.
Gonna save some?
Got anything valuables in the bodies and I'm done.
No.
Yep. I gave you all the
Yep.
loot.
What have you got?
The scroll you have is a scroll of friends.
Have you actually carried what?
Falcon.
Yeah, another way to
I'll put them on top of Falcon.
Thanks, Dan.
Does he have a bag?
Yes. He does have like a travel backpack. Everyone has like a generic kind of
You'd be able
adventurous
to
backpack.
be able to fill that. I'm just more thinking. Do you even have? I know he's got a bag of holding, so he just dumps shit in it. That's what luggage. What?
Do you give Falk all these and tell him to put them somewhere?
Obviously, I could just put them on his back.
Okay.
Yeah, make him even more hotter. Good on.
He doesn't mind. You don't get how hot wind is.
Yeah, he can make wind on himself and cool them if he wants to.
He
He's
naturally
a walking fan.
He's a natural majestic.
Ignoring the
thing.
weight of armor on.
Not armor, clothing.
Clothing. Yeah, it's just well, whatever they had.
They basically have like the equivalent of leather armor.
Okay, armor.
So
And I assume some clothes.
yeah,
Yes.
because it's basically it's padded extra gear on top of it.
Here you go, animal. Have animal.
Are any of those beings my size? I doubt it.
No,
Okay.
your size, no. His size, maybe. Catch's definitely, but that's because Catch can change to whatever size Catch wants to
He
be.
can make his armor
What
look.
about the
This would look like someone who's potentially either wearing a too short of a top or too long or too short of pants.
Can we like
Because I think
stitch together some clothes and try and make them
He's
fit?
relatively short.
he is relatively short.
He's almost the
How
size of a
tall?
goblin.
You're tiny.
Are you? Were you like what 4?
He was only like
Because Aaron's
an
5.
inch or something
I
bigger
can
than a
five
goblin.
eleven. Where did I put it?
It would have been.
Mm,
It would be on in technical one section, but I remember we were talking about the fact that
I can't read half.
Lily was always massive.
Yeah.
He was tiny. No.
Well, it's like four foot.
Basically, this
So almost 4.5 foot. Okay. Yeah. So you're pretty small.
Okay, then yeah, no, you could fit. It would look like you're going to have to roll up some of the pants and stuff. You look like a little kid.
Kid in the but you've already got leather armor, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
can
it's got-
wear
you
your
have
armor
to-
with
you-
clothes.
How
Yeah.
tall is Aaron?
5'11".
5'11". Double ducks.
Smidgen under.
I'm just gonna have to be.
I'm like average height. I think it was either 5'11" or 6. Was one of the two. I don't have my original sheet.
You're size.
I'm average human size.
Did we bring
I've developed. I'm
I'm only
developing.
5'2".
You're dribbling all over yourself.
Yes, we did.
If it would open and actually retain its stats, I could have a look at my original sheet.
So what was the plan, guys?
So
Uh,
they've looted some clothing.
Looting clothing? Not that
So
you're not under any time constraints, so you can do that without an issue.
we'll be racing.
Can you just make some clothing out of like leaves in the ground or something for your skeletons?
So how many are there?
Ketch has a cat now.
Five?
While everyone does their craziness.
Can I try? It's
Can
gonna
you try?
Take, it's gonna take
Make clothing out of like the leaves and shit.
what?
What are you trained in making with clothing? I don't know if you've got
No.
experience.
No. You don't have a kit to make that.
No. We use the technology.
Do you have a leather worker's kit? No. The answer is no.
Aren't leather.
No, but it's the only kit that actually makes armor other than actual smithing, and for smithing you need
I got,
metal.
I got smiths, thieving, and tinkering.
Yeah, no. Tinkering is for your magic.
Thieving,
and
you could like
alteration.
say
Thieving doesn't
making-
have a kit.
making a disguise.
First of all, no, that is actually called a disguise kit.
yeah.
The answer is no, you cannot. But how many are there? Like 5 dead bodies?
4.
4 dead
You let
bodies.
the
It's
fifth
going
one
to take
run
about 40 minutes, so you will be able
The
to.
fifth one ran away, basically.
Ketch would have
knew
to like doing
somewhat.
anything with
Yeah,
all that.
towards the city.
Yeah.
Sorry, towards the city.
Outfit as well.
It would have been hopeless.
So I
Hopeless
got a
to me.
general idea of what's going on with that.
Got so many 8s already.
That's forgery kitchen, so my hands are very dead.
Are you planning to?
Are you actively talking as a party?
I
about
am,
what's
now, I
going
am
on?
actually now talking to Aaron
Yeah.
as he's looting bodies because I am trying to figure stuff out here. Are you planning to sneak in as dead?
Well, by the sounds of it, we can't go in there guns blazing. I mean, swords blazing. You guys don't know what guns are. Oh, yes, you do.
You know what guns are, dude. They exist in this world.
I have
My gun.
Didn't break support souls, so yeah.
Fits in his multiple guns.
He's got 2 miniguns and a big gun.
You can't go in
What
guns.
was gun?
And all the blunderbusses he's got.
I'm trying to get rid of
Yes,
them.
I understand what they are. I
Firearms.
understand, but what of me? I had a plan to go in kind of guns blazing.
You reckon we could kill everyone?
I reckon we could.
6 of us.
I reckon we could pull one on them and catch them off guard.
We could catch them off guard by
We know-
sneaking in.
We know what there's 30 of them.
Well, that's all
Something like that.
Fitz is going to try and
The other
take some clothing.
out of what?
No, he's trying to steal some from Aaron.
All right.
10 for whatever roll I have to do plus.
This
It's
is
stealth first.
during our conversation.
So it's counted
So
as
it's going to take him 10 minutes to take it all off.
No. So,
So 10,
But I'll let you do what you're
18. 18.
okay, so what's your passive?
That's your perception.
I don't think your passive is 18, so
What's the wisdom? And do you have
Wisdom bonus?
No, I got -1 wisdom.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in perception?
I think you do. Perception?
Does it have a dot next to it?
No.
You have 9 passive perception. There you go.
I'm oblivious.
You ain't seen
double oblivious.
right. So my,
Oh, my God. Mine, actually.
as he
No,
talks about his
What
own.
is your passives?
I do. I haven't.
I'm cat
Doesn't beat you anyway. So.
Okay.
Maybe I might hear something.
Like
Oh,
15, I think.
No. Unless you actively know when to look for it, you won't see him.
We can still catch them off guard.
Oh, no, I won't care.
Yeah, that's it, right, my Bob.
I do have proficiency.
The only reason I would want to pay attention is if I could have stopped
It doesn't help with 18.
It should be a +3, so it'll be.
I have a
15.
-1 and it pluses 3 onto it, which turns into a +2.
You're now level 8. Are you not?
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
still.
So
It's still 3.
no, it's +3. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking about the next.
Yep.
Mine is 14, so I wouldn't even notice either.
Okay.
I may notice them hanging around. but I
Sneaky
wouldn't notice them actually stealing shit. Yeah, so
I can fight back, but
I
It's
had
a little cat paw.
I had a thought to present myself as wishing to join, but not wanting to until I see strength. Challenging the leader. Or their champion. Taking out the strongest that we could. Then either join and blend in with you as you walk after you walk in, like possibly join watching the scuffle that's going on, and therefore be able to sneak in with a slight distraction. Or we could then kill them all. I don't know. It would pull them together. That's an idea. I just know I cannot stop. Just
big
like
dragon.
big dragon, heavy metal
I've
armor.
heard of some dragonborn stealthing in the past.
I know this one can make people invisible.
I think so.
Yes, he may be having a nap, but I know he could make us at least some of us invisible, but that would not last forever.
We'll get found out.
Not now.
Unless I could find a suit that fit me. But I doubt I will.
Well, that idea sounds good, actually. At least you make a distraction, and then they could still put you through an initiation or something,
And then they could make me something that would fit.
and you would find out where those other...
Well, I would need leather armor.
They could paint you.
They can darken metal. There's a way to do it if they wish, but that won't help with the sound.
Hello.
It's an idea. It's not a guaranteed fit, it's not a guaranteed thing, it's an idea.
What's better than us sneaking in and you trying to
Waiting
sneak in
outside
or
for a
waiting
yell.
outside? Yeah.
I mean, I could. It would give me time to relax and think upon
Death?
whether I wish to join these people.
You had about this conversation. Were you just dressing a skeleton at this point, or were you just taking? Because he's already undressed. Like you guys have raided that clothing already. It's already loose.
Joining these people.
Oh, loose everywhere.
There are no advanced everywhere. Yeah,
Okay, you'd be just dressing the
I
main
agree.
thing.
I'm very old.
I think it's just two that are.
two that aren't dressed and one that's fully armored up.
Yeah.
with a face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cut your hands off.
Yeah,
Yep.
I bet
You've being able to dress them. It's really easy because it's essentially a put this on, and they will actually follow
I already
these.
stuck around for personal reasons.
Can I do
And now
one
the
more
two
thing?
people that were part of my personal reasons aren't here anymore.
Is my stealth still going?
if you're
It's-
talking about me.
It's under the passive until they actively decide to go where it fits and actually have to look
Can
for
I
you.
cut
And
something
talking
here
about
off
him is the other one who
and glue it
But that's right.
to the
He'll
skeletons?
be there in spirit. You'll see it's awesome.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, based off the same roll.
More mystical shit.
Do I have to roll for?
Okay.
No.
Mechanical shit.
It's not that hard.
Have
to
you
do
ever
this.
seen
You just-
I'll even give one a moustache.
The
That's its
Mickey-
head
the
hair
Mickey-
look
the
real
princess
weird.
little thing?
Yeah. No,
Where Mickey
yeah.
makes all things. Yeah.
Aaron,
One thing.
Aaron and Faridrin, can I have perceptions
Ken?
Cool.
14.
Cool.
Exactly
No,
the same.
neither of you notice anything.
Oh, I've also taken one level in ranger
You
revive.
you have achieved this. So are they? Is one bald and one?
For what? It's
No, I'll go with all of them with hair.
and why?
Like in this one skeleton has a face,
My guy wants to be a hunter.
one with no
Ranger
moustache,
and helps with his
but that
combat.
has hair on his head, and one
If
with
you
a
want to
moustache.
make sure your fighter, like your
But it's head
combat
hair,
is
so
better,
it's,
fighter is playing better, fighting the ball.
it just hangs down.
but
Think
it-
of it like
It's like a handlebar.
But I also like the
think
ranger.
of it like a old,
Yeah,
like
like
a
making
yeah.
the different skills of Ranger. If I'm correct, they still have them in that.
Maybe
one?
he could be a
for
knight.
Cool.
Monster ones.
Monster Hunter.
They all have basic
Yeah,
weapons.
that makes
You've basically
sense
just
for
given
you.
them the gear that these guys were carrying.
And
And
my
it's kind of an idea.
They
for
are-
this
Are you
region.
dressing them in the uniforms that they had as well? Because they were just basically over top of the poncho things that are attached to them.
I'm only going to do three
Getting them to wear
strangers.
those.
Yeah, I'll give them.
But my favourite creature is going to be
One
human
looks like a
as well.
human wearing a uniform, the other two look like
Skeleton
skeletons.
into the Buddha.
Oh yeah.
Purple
Exactly.
Garuda.
But they look like actually. Yeah, roll me
I
a
love Ranger Revive.
For how well it's done.
yeah.
Very
Roll me
It
a
improves
dex.
it much.
Oh yeah.
But Mr. Gobi.
13.
I'm only going to take three.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that's my
Straight
character.
look at it, it looks like someone's probably put a wig on skeleton. Closer inspection, you'd probably realise some of the gear's actually gone why there's not really a match, but it's
On
a
one
mess,
camera,
and it works.
no,
First glance, someone would think that you're running out of
from one, but then after video that
Not
last
bad,
bit,
not
then
bad.
it takes up that
Closer,
last bit that I really
it
want
won't
that
hold
one.
up under scrutiny enough.
Got better.
We'll see how my get.
Don't forget that so you can see the skeleton
We got a
face
very
anyway.
arcade. I didn't give it a very arcade kind of feeling.
Right, so how many clothes did you take?
He is dressed the remaining skeleton. So
So there's 4 dead bodies.
you guys turn around. You guys turn around, and Fitz is standing there, just finishing, sort of gluing some extra hair onto the skeletons that are now looking like uniformed versions of the guys that you've just killed.
How the fuck are we going to sneak in now?
I assume this skull's
Wait, it's during this time.
There were 2 with skulls and 1 with a face that looks.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure you said looks like them. I was like, okay, no, that's fine. So did you not hear the plan?
I was busy.
The plan is to dress in those clothes. How are you getting in?
Wow. Wow. That's all just Miss
Is it
Marvel.
alter clothing?
It casts disguise self as in it alters your clothing, it alters what you
So-
look like.
What happens if they have true sight?
Or anti-magic?
Good sneaking. Did you see me do that?
No, but I was talking to him. And you were over here.
Maybe
I
gods.
wasn't looking that way.
Maybe gods talk. I don't.
Yes, they do. Mine talks to me often. Actually, it was through that one. There, pointing
Johnny?
at one of the 3 skeletons.
Oh, one of the skeletons.
Because when I prayed on the boat, one of the
Yeah,
skeletons
one of them came out and
talked to
talked to
me.
you. Yep.
So that one talked to me through. My God talked to me through him.
You point at one of the skeletons, it points at one of the other skeletons, it points to the one with the face goes,
I think he likes you.
Alright,
I'm kind of upset now.
if you get captured,
only a little bit. As such. Yeah, I mean,
we can pretend you're another new recruit.
have
How much more clothes do we have?
woken up by now, carrying this kerfuffle?
you
I'm still asleep on the ground somewhere.
unless someone actively walks over to wake Catch will be having a short rest.
It's about 40 minutes later. You've already had a short rest. You've had almost 3 short rests. Possibly actually a little bit longer because he
Look,
got
it's been a really busy day.
Are all 3 skeletons he dressed?
I'm still technically hungover.
How many sets of clothing did he lose?
All three skeletons dressed. There was 5 sets of clothing.
Give you
Because there was 5 guys, and one you took off the clothing and stuff from one of the dudes and let him leave, and there were 4 people that you killed.
I mean,
And
if you
the 6th guy was a courier.
So there's 3 left? 2 left.
So there is 2 sets of clothing left.
Cool. Fine. Thank you.
you're welcome to trade your clothing with one of them, I'm sure they won't mind.
Do I look like I can fit any of their clothing? I walk up next to them and they walk, here?
Then it doesn't matter.
No, but there is 1, 2, 3,
Okay, that's
4,
what
5
I'm
of us.
asking too. Do you want to trade your clothing?
As these 2 are chatting, I will come over and give this one a little nudge and like knock his equilibrium up.
Oh, what proposition you've got there?
There we go.
No.
Getting ready to move up. Have a plan in mind.
It's curry anyway.
Gonna dress. Pointing at the 2 bits of clothing that are left on the ground. You guys? Guys, I don't know what. We dress those 2.
The tieflings?
The tieflings. Tieflings. I mean,
Johnny half awake just goes, and then suddenly appears to be in the same uniform.
Okay, that's one. So we've got one there. We've got you get one. You get yourself looking like this already. We've got 3. That's going to be interesting.
As you look back at Catch, and turns into like a youth. A youth.
A youngin'.
A human youth. And he's wearing the outfit.
There.
So the only two people who don't have outfits is Aaron and Dia.
You
Where
bet.
are we going?
There's clothing, 2 sets of clothing. So
Yep.
Aaron and Deer.
Yeah.
And technically me as well, but we've already worked this out. Go back. Next question is, would you guys like
Aren't
to...
you happy?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Shall you guys lead or shall I lead? You guys could bring
Should
me
we
in,
all bring you in?
tell them that I'm wishing to join but don't want to test you or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if they have an initiation ritual that would prove my worth anyway. But we
Is there
could cut out
anyone's name in this chest? Does it have armor or anything? I'm gonna search it.
Which, when you're wearing it, yep.
Yeah, 10.
You look around and you're like, oh, maybe this is, and then you realise it's just some stitching that's just going weird.
Big perception.
Investigation.
Investigation.
So that's intelligence.
Where the fuck is my
It's
investigation?
It's up. Oh my god.
I don't have it on my thing.
Yeah, we need to write you a sheet. I need you to take a photo of that and send it to me. I'm making you a sheet.
I have.
I have a sheet from it. He's looking at the PDF.
I'm working here. It's just not loading. Oh, that's 12.
So we-
There was a name. There's something that looks like it could have been a name, but then it could also look like a misstitch.
Yeah, the PDF isn't loading. Fine.
Would they know everyone's? Is there a rank on any of these? Do they look any different from each other?
Probably investigation.
No. I mean, I am pretty heavy metal.
Oh, your dice is so good.
That is a 13.
Out of the group that you're with, there doesn't seem to be any sort of defining ranking or anything. So either all these guys have an idea of the ranks that they were, or they died, or maybe they were all the same rank, or
But there's no ranks. Cool.
and with this particular group there isn't.
Yeah, that's all good. That just tells me that from what we know, there isn't. But like you said, it could be.
We should have asked that guy before we let him go. Hey, Fit,
You're fast.
could you go run up to that guy? It's only been like 40 minutes.
He'll be back in 4 hours after he catches up with him and then catches back. Nah, you're right. It's been almost an hour. There's no point. Too
So you
long.
don't know if he's going to stay on the path or if he's going to turn off and go somewhere else.
Yeah. Scared the shit out of him. He's running off. He's naked. I don't give a shit. Screw it.
Reckon would be for
Oh, my
survival,
investigation
wouldn't
would
it?
be 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wisdom's pretty.
It wasn't a name anyway.
Intelligence.
Would it be for investigation?
No, not
Missed the
survival.
Bible.
Yeah. And hunting, it's survival, which is wisdom. Sorry, I thought you said investigation and wisdom. I was like, no, that's not right. It's investigation and intelligence. Okay. Well then, I mean, let's just move this also. Maybe the one in front.
Technically, I have a +7 charisma.
I've intentionally said that. Because I don't know you people.
Or I'll go
Would they...
+7 charisma.
Oh, my deception should be 4.
What's your deception?
Oh, deception? Oh, only a +4. Well, go on then.
Catch just coughs. He doesn't understand what the hell +4 deception means. Gamer.
Like, can't be fucked roleplay.
My health points.
I'm
are
pretty
15 now.
deceptive.
I've lied my way through a situation or two. Not very well.
Cult leader.
He's a cult leader?
Cold leader?
Cold leader, yes.
Who's the cult leader?
Just randomly point at the cat.
They pointed the cat and all 3 of the skeletons go.
So to me,
Skeleton leader.
you said cold leader, yes?
Yes, of course.
It looks pretty warm with all that fur.
I mean, he's in. His fur would indicate hot temperatures, not cold temperatures. I don't know what you're on about.
Have you guys left this point, or have you?
We're still standing around.
I'll cook them. Who's woken up? Who's going to? I'm feeling these two are getting dressed.
Yeah.
At this. Camping as such.
Yep.
Before we at least start to.
I feel like Dio would be rolling an insight on me.
I mean, I don't mind the label cold leader. It's sort of, you know,
Betting at the moment.
leader, you know, fits.
Hi, cold leader. So is that code 1, code 2, and code 3? Or code alpha, beta, and gamma?
The skeleton of the face holds up a Pinocchio book.
It's Bones Chillington.
So what's
It's called.
chill, cold? Yeah, okay, alright.
I'm very insightful.
Yes. He wants to be. He wants to be a boy.
I'm continuing on the path.
Oh, okay. Right.
Which way
They've already started walking. You know, they're getting changed.
I'm the one that knows the way.
There's a
Just
road.
continue on the
There's
path
two-
that we were going on.
There's a road. There's two directions. We came from that one. It's probably this way.
Damn.
I'm a very good survivalist.
Same?
I'm not. Just saying
I can't get lost.
I mean, I got a +1 to that.
Level 1 ranger.
it. And when we're walking, difficult terrain doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nice. As a party, as long as we're not wrong. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I've been nomadic most of my life.
Alright,
You win.
what's next?
As you're
I
probably
mean,
always
city,
out there.
city, but...
Then we will continue
So
to walk.
I assume the party.
Mama with the traveling pole.
Yeah, they've gotten dressed. We'll start walking.
You laugh.
I will put myself in the middle of the group.
Number
I
22.
assume
Oh shit.
he's technically in front because he's already walked ahead of us.
Yep. Fitz will be at the back
Catching
of
up.
the skeletons, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and the other two behind me, I guess. Mixing in.
Dio's probably going to catch up to catch pretty quickly. Because Dio moves very quickly.
That's all good.
Johnny will be in the middle of the skeletons. Fucking about the skeletons and trying to mess with them.
He can also, he's got prestige.
Straight we go.
Yeah, he does.
La, la, la,
So he'd be
la,
doing
He can make a face.
Yeah.
A still image of a face.
Oh my lord, we should have brought you a bib.
Oh yeah. Cool. Trump.
So about an hour and a half into your 3.5 hour journey, we can now determine it's 3.5 hours.
Happy?
Can I get perceptions from everyone?
What is my lucky dog?
17.
Hey, sim.
Add
Nine.
your 1 to it. No?
I got a 1.
If you've got no plus here.
I've got +4, so it's
Well,
technically
he got
5,
one.
but it's a nat 1, so
Yeah.
the point of putting it 1 because it's 5, so it won't matter. 4.
Okay.
He'll see shit.
Fuck yeah.
None of you see any of this. You.
Oh, thanks, Foster.
None of you is behind it. Aaron, you briefly hear what potentially is some sort of roar in the distance.
A roar.
Yep.
What the fuck are we?
If you say that out loud,
Yeah.
on a road next to a forest and a hill.
Can I, like, describe the roar?
Yeah. Beast-like.
Like, that narrows it down. Some sort of beast roar.
Roll me a history.
8.
Where's the air been?
Yep, that's a beast roar.
There's some sort of monstrous roar going on.
There's a
You mean like this? And I roar.
Very similar to that. But from far away.
I'm also, after roaring out loud, I'm also
Dragon?
listening to try and hear.
There's some sort of beast around here that sounds similar to you.
It sounds quite far away, like it's a distant
You
one.
mean another one of us dragonborn? Sounds like you human.
Where are
I know,
we?
And like my northern, like my man behind you.
Yeah, they're behind me.
Go behind you.
Let's just
See,
move
the blue
it into the bush.
On the right-hand side.
Get the skeleton.
It's not the cold.
The area you're thinking of is up there.
Yeah, no,
Very
that's
much
not
so,
what you
it's
think
the
it is. I know where that is.
Oh, yeah, have you been told the story?
I fought that fucker. I died to that fucker. At least I think I died to that fucker, if we're talking about the right person.
Yeah.
Well, not person, but anyway.
Yes.
Yes. Then
Well,
it could be another one of...
I'm a little bit nervous because I still don't know where we are.
Have you guys stopped moving?
I have not. I've picked up pace.
I'm still walking.
Falcor's actually moved closer to you and noticed you getting nervous and just kind of standing nearby. Like, dude, you okay? Like, this is not normal for you.
Dragon.
Fitz goes into stealth into the bush while slowly following along with it.
I've picked up pace.
That's 22 total, so 14 plus 8. But would it be a disadvantage because I'll be taking the skull and
One of my flaws.
If you're taking what?
My flaws?
What do you do?
So, my flaw is dragons throw me into a blind rage. Why do you think I picked up pace?
Oh, fuck.
I have gripped my hammer tight. I am moving.
water?
Oh, yeah.
You guys noticed one lone skeleton just kind of walking through a bush. The other two didn't get very high in rolls.
I don't
Yeah,
notice
okay.
anything. I'm just do.
So basically, two skeletons have vanished, and one skeleton is currently looking like he's bobbing from a bush in the second half.
Hey, Falcon. Can you scout out, like, in that direction? What that roll might have been?
Oh no.
He just turns and looks ahead and looks back at you.
You know what I mean, scout out?
Doesn't it have sense beast? Mr. Ranger?
Does she go with any beast? I thought only with your favourite beast or something.
No, sense, if you have sense or beast sense, you can sense X amount of things. I can't remember whether it includes dragons or not.
I will check that.
I think you have to I think beast sense is it's identifying the one you're looking for, I think. And then it's a certain range.
I'm looking for something completely different anyway.
Alright.
Oh, look at you.
Falcon looks at you, kind of notices the seriousness in your face, and just goes. And just
Look, I don't want
kind
to
of-
deal with that.
And just kind of flies forward.
Oh, wait, does he know about Falcon? She.
Faridrin, you're sort of in your midst walks, and then you suddenly feel like you've just this gust of wind just pushes you a few feet forward. As you look up, and it looks like this cloud of a bear is just flying in front of you, and it's just gone.
Huh, cool. Following the same path, I assume, towards wherever the bear is
You
going.
also have the same thing.
Range.
While tracking other creatures, you know the exact numbers
coming
of
from
stuff,
me.
how long ago across the area.
I'm not tracking.
I'm not
You're
tracking.
currently tracking, cool. Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh my lord.
So one half
I
of
would,
it's
I would like to take 10 minutes to find Steed. That's what I was looking for.
Find Steed.
Or actually, even better, I can find a vehicle and summon a magical vehicle to my, if they exist in the world. But I would like to find Steed and then just start. It is,
I'm splitting himself on one half and sneaking around the other half and just running.
Well, I'm staying close, but in the bush.
You're stealthing, which means you're moving at slower pace. They're in just normal movement and blind rage.
and I'm going.
Remember the plan, Faridrin?
I remember the plan. Tell them I'm strong and try and kill them. Technically, you've got time to catch up. It takes me 10 minutes to cast this spell.
Oh, okay. You're standing still casting that.
Faridrin starts sort of picking a bunch of things off the ground and sort of casting.
Fitz comes out on all fours.
What's going on?
And then because I can choose the type of mount.
Can Fitz be your bees that you pull?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you figure that out. Thing is, it's like
Fitz is the only animal. Painfully,
Smell that's just walks out, pretends to be a
he's
wolf.
like painfully forced onto all fours. What happened?
If I know. How can you go? What's wrong with him? I'm focused. I need my mount to catch the dragon. It can fly really fast.
Kitty, look at me. I know what it's like to be compelled. Look at me. Ignore the whistles.
They control me.
You can do this.
About 10 minutes goes by as Faridrin sort of in the middle of doing this kind of fog starts emanating from just the side of the road. It's just out of nowhere. And there is this noise as the skeletal thing just kind of rises out of the fog and just kind of gallops over and stands in Faridrin.
Later! Yeah, a skeletal horse carrying an 8-foot tall dragonborn.
I've officially seen everything.
I haven't. That's even or am I too far?
I really have.
No, you were standing around the fire and stopped to cast the spell, so you would have caught up.
It's some stamps and skeletons. That dragonborn's gonna have one sore ass.
The skeleton.
Rider tackle and everything.
Sandals.
Horse. Just could be a random skeleton horse.
Yes,
A
but
steed.
with
Steed
fire.
tends to have...
With magical abilities, it makes everything I need.
Look, I just drove
It's like
around
in
in a car.
games, when you summon a mount, you know, it comes with...
I drove around in a car, so...
Hold on, can you just grab this card to me? I have find a view.
You're gone. You're not this guy.
It's like,
I
I,
don't
I've
understand.
heard of those in a play before.
yes, and I will head towards the bear if I can still see him, or at least in the direction the bear was headed. Thank you.
The bear basically sort of went in an arc upwards and it's faster higher up in the air.
Yep.
And,
Is that
And I figure
right?
it's going to see the thing before.
and you lost sight of it immediately because you almost blended with the sky.
Okay, I'll head in that direction.
Yeah. Fits and all the skeletons will run after it.
Cool.
Guess we're gonna have to track him now.
Well,
Specifically because I really have that.
I assume she's headed in the direction we're going anyway.
Is she tracking it?
What
Vague direction.
Off to, because that's the direction I'm
That's the
going.
direction she's going.
Yes.
Is it vaguely the
It's
direction?
vaguely the direction, yeah.
Okay.
I'm vaguely going in the right direction.
It's full of horse prints.
Halfway along the direction. I could have taken something else with me on this horse.
While riding on this horse, you kind of look back every now and then, and there are still 3 soldiers who are running behind you. These guys are probably losing breath somewhere in this mid-run. Skeletons do not take fatigue running, so they are keeping up just in sight of you.
Okay.
Oh my
They
God.
won't have the pace.
No.
It's like 60 foot for me.
They're not like right behind you, but they're just
I can still see them behind me.
You can see the skeletons, not the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Yep. About half an hour gone by, and you lost. You essentially are in different sections.
Have I heard any more roar?
Be ninja down here.
Ah, I see.
Have you heard any more roaring?
Yes.
Roll your perception.
Like I said, I'm gonna be ninja down here.
Yay!
Yeah, and then you
That's a 23.
No.
Okay.
23 not see something.
Yeah.
Not here.
Oh,
Listening to dragons.
It wasn't the distance for you.
it wasn't the distance.
It was it wasn't like a close roar. It was like a.
I did say distance.
Yeah.
And I've been going for half an hour on a horse.
Oh my god.
If it's close, at least half an hour. If it's close, I would at least hear it. Because they would probably still be pretty angry. At this point, I would probably.
I'm
have
gonna
to
try and track both her and the dragon.
I'm following the path, aren't I?
Yeah. Faradin's just followed the path, so you guys are basically.
He's still on the path.
There'll be little scorch marks as the flaming feet just burn the
I'm gonna transition out for that beast then specifically.
Okay.
I don't know if they count as tracking.
Not really. It's actively perceiving you or something.
I don't want that to count. I hit my book.
You get a 20.
I got a 5.
Okay. It's all right.
That's not a 1.
While traveling with the loud, the loud portion of the party being Johnny and Fitz, with all his gear and things wandering along, you haven't heard anything else.
Damn. Well,
Ting ting tick tick ting ting tick
Yeah,
tick
basically.
tick bum bum dum dum. Stop the bits and pieces hanging off them. And this one constantly whistling.
Whistling, humming.
There is a very
After your half hour, you're just going to sit there and wait for the party. Or
slowed down to like a just pretty much nothing, but still kind of moving forward because I just can't stop in my mind. There still could be a dragon in front of me, but now I've gone for half an hour and can't hear anything, so I might as well just. Yeah.
I'm still just waiting for Falcor.
Oh, have you? Wait,
I
you
think
said
so.
waiting. You
Oh, I'm still walking. No, I'm still walking.
okay? Good. Have I gone for like half an hour without anyone? Nope. Cool.
About 2 minutes into you slowing down in pace, you hear this click, 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 and then the skeletons are now next to you and sort of moving in slow motion to keep up with you.
They have really strong core muscles that can like hold their positions. They have no muscles, but they have really strong core muscles.
They have really strong core magic.
What was your perception level? It was
23.
right. About 10 minutes into you doing this, you then kind of look forward for a moment and what you think is maybe a bear is flying at you, but you aren't quite sure. And then you just feel
I'll brace myself.
this gust of wind just goes through you. And the skeletons fall over. Because they weren't bracing for anything.
Hell in my way! And I'll stop where I am. But I will keep my horse. I think it's an hour long, probably. It might be 8. Okay.
Half hour horse would be about an hour and you guys running and walking behind.
What happens after the hour? It just appears.
Disintegrates.
It goes poof, and I go, I want you back! And it goes, okay! Poof. Comes back out.
Just actually move past it.
So, as a note, it can also understand common. No,
So you
actually, it
can't
can
get
understand
through?
goblin. No, wait, draconic. I'm a dragon.
No Pokemon.
Not allowed. Oh.
Not even a Great Ball.
Can't even.
No, it's just alive forever until I either dismiss it or it dies.
Oh, so it's the same one that dies for you.
Or I can
The
bring it down.
skeleton horse dies.
Yes, the
Yeah.
animating magic.
So-
By the description of death, yes.
Yes.
You had some conversations with them about skeletons.
Yeah.
You guys are still sort of trying at the same kind of speed, a little quicker than before, so you are moving a little bit faster than you were before. Aaron, you're immediately sort of in mid stride, suddenly bang, Falcor's in front of you.
Oh, I never get used to that.
Holy, that's some good shit.
Oh yeah, what are the stats that that catch? Would catch get no fear? Is that it, or is it different?
Oh, are you smoking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're both having a sesh.
Just a nice quick
Oh no, it's just not.
snippet of his backstory. Anything stimulant?
Stimulant wise, you are currently immune to fear. Like you just feel relaxed and you're immune to any fear effects.
Good.
Interfere.
Good vibes.
I mean, I stood down an ancient dragon when I was young. I think I'm immune to fear.
Same.
Falcon's sitting in front of you.
What's the update?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, there's like,
But I heard a weird beast that sounded like the dragonborn.
Okay, go back to Jack.
I mean, like further down the path, there's like a side path thing. There's like a thing that's got people in it. What do you
A
call it?
camp.
Yeah, that thing.
Well, of course, that's where we were going originally.
Yeah, well, that way there's whole.
What about like a beast? You see nothing, like no big creature.
I didn't go into the camp. Oh, that's stupid.
I know what's roaring, by the way, as a mesa here. At least I think I know what's roaring.
I assume.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, I didn't see anything. Then I came back. You wanted me to scout. This is why I don't like scouting. I didn't even know what you wanted me to look for.
Look, I panicked, alright? I don't want to deal with that motherfucker again. Oh yeah, this is a one-sided conversation. I mean, everyone's staring at me.
I'm not.
Hey, come on, man.
I'll probably, by the way, get off my horse and help them out.
Putting cold sweat down my head. Here's the dragon again.
You discover almost immediately any action you start doing, the skeletons will start helping you with it.
I'm half tempted to remove the skin.
That's still pretty good.
I've got like half an hour alone with this corpse that
Roll.
has something on
Are
it.
you going to attempt to?
No.
Because the moment you move towards its face, it goes like this. And protects.
Oh, it likes its face.
Huh.
What's the...
And then immediately holds up the Pinocchio book.
I guess I'll have to just break it instead.
Integrating the dead. Alright, well, I guess we'll just continue
It's
towards the
undead now.
camp.
I'm allowed to kill it.
Did you see Faridrin? I can make an undead.
Yes.
So if we kill someone,
Skeletons will do.
I make them undead, then I can take their face off? Like, up ahead?
Yeah, like,
If it's threatening you, you can do whatever the hell you
how
want.
do you judge distances?
But he wasn't
A while? Not a
It's
while?
threatening my religion.
Half a nap?
How many times did it take you to count 5?
I can respect that.
What are you?
A lot?
Are you trying to get the numbers out of him again?
No, I'm trying to figure out the distance, how far away you are. He doesn't care about distance.
Falcor doesn't take distance into
Of course it
consideration.
doesn't. And you told me to go that way. I went that way for
Alright.
some time. You kept time, didn't you, Dad? What do you mean?
There's no beast.
Half the amount of time I was gone is how long it took for me to get there. Does that help?
I mean, from Faridrin to us.
Half that time?
Fuck. Alright, let's just go.
You know how fast you
As
go?
you've been walking, we're just kind of gliding around.
At infinite speeds.
There, bear. There, bear.
120 feet around.
Okay. I like
It feels amazing when you're smoking this, except it doesn't anymore for me.
As you're touching him, you get this voice in your head saying, "Please stop." It's kind of uncomfortable while walking.
That's Aaron laughing.
Don't be angry.
I said fair.
Ah, right. I'm going to shake the spirit one day.
I respect animals, thank you very much.
Turn and say that, or was that you saying that?
That's me saying what? I'm a kid.
I'm going to shave his fur off one day. That's it. Get the fuck out of me.
I was gonna say, that's
No.
Created a monster with his eyes like
I need to roll perception on that.
Imagine making clothing with that stuff. Imagine having an orb of water to be able to.
You're furry, dude.
Yeah, but.
You're
Yeah.
furry, feel fur.
What if I gave the skeletons a wig made of that stuff? You know, just wisp.
About half an hour goes by, whenever the
I
conversation
mean, it would grow back, too.
and Faridrin gets inside.
Oh.
You can see Faridrin sitting there messing with the skeletons,
Maybe gets too.
for lack of a better term, sort of experimenting on what they will do.
Faridrin. Good on you for waiting. Falco couldn't find anything.
Neither could I. I don't want to trip the trap.
He tried.
The base.
It's a trap.
Oh, yeah.
It's a trap.
I may be.
Johnny turns and is like, "Oh, I know that play,"
I
and then immediately starts trying to find things on himself to try and pull out that's related to the play and drops a couple of spoons.
I may be one-sided, but well, not one-sided, one-minded,
Pick them up.
but I'm not suicidal.
You have 3 spoons.
Wait,
None of them
Cool,
match.
like,
They
you're
look like
gonna
they come from
go on
entirely
the face of
different
your own.
spheres.
I mean, I have killed dragons before. Oh, into the building on my own before.
Mm-hmm.
I have no fear.
I am okay with it.
Well, who can defeat me? Oh, these. Look at the samples we've had.
Yeah, alright, yeah, that's true. They are pretty puny.
And I know that there are some explosive members in this group, so that should be pretty easy.
Explosive.
I just have to deal with the main ones. What are you looking at me like that for, Cat?
I do have one question. Have you? I just realised the cyborg goblin. Has he been inside your bag of holding? Or?
Yes.
Okay. I can't remember what happened.
Yeah, we turned him off and chucked him in there.
Yeah,
I said,
they
you
have
can
an
take him, but I have to watch him get pulled apart.
I just wanted to know what he was.
Where can I get one of those?
The horse?
Well, you could say I sold my soul to not Satan,
Hades.
to Hades, but more along the lines of a perk of being a devout worship.
Wow, you can sell your soul.
Good old
It was
pig.
already his.
tick, 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 tick. As I try to like, brush the bag. Or crack, crack, crack as my hand does it too. 'Cause it's
Immediately you hear even louder clack, 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 clack as the other skeletons are also trying to brush this makeshift main. No one's given them any extra orders.
Telephones! Thank you. I broke it with that. Alright. Well, shall we?
Are we going into base with that horse?
Corpse bro.
I mean, do I look intimidating? Can I hop back on my horse? Standing like double to possibly triple your height?
They might question it.
How much room is on your horse?
Enough for a person.
There's the
Probably.
skeleton
I mean,
sitting behind you.
Wait.
Takes 2 more attempting to climb up as well.
If it's the skeletons, you can probably at least get 2 on because there's no meat in their bones and they don't weigh anything.
They're wearing gear though, so they're still kind of taking
Yeah,
a
okay,
bit.
yep, I'll agree with that.
So you've got one sitting behind you, one attempting to half climb up behind, the other one's just kind of half pushing the other one out of the way, and it's just sort of
We're
fighting.
probably going to have to hide the 2 that don't have a face.
Oh, big yawn.
I can always find them another face.
Between here and the base. And with faridrin prisons.
I
Would it be alright if we took the face when they're still alive?
It would be torture.
And
the goblin's face.
is that a problem?
Goblin has a robot piece attached to it.
Goblin is also goblin size.
Gauging the group as I say that.
Goblin fat.
It's
No, no, very
we
cool.
don't really react that. I did just cut a guy's earlobe off before.
It's
not that bad, but-
Maybe I
That
can-
doesn't seem phased. Does
Maybe-
Dio look like she wants to kill me?
They all look confused.
I am kind of unhappy about that idea.
I can try and make them honest.
Why do you people get me involved in these things? There's a thing called plausible deniability. Just don't tell me where it comes from and don't show me and don't ask me. And I start clopping forward slowly.
They are a bunch of.
Also,
There's 2 skeletons that can attend. There's one on there, and I'm moving forward as 2 continue to try to climb 1 meter.
Unless you actively push them, you're moving at half pace of a horse
That's
movement.
right. I'm not trying to move. I'm just like barely in time to drop.
I assist one of them up.
We should take them off before he enters.
I hop off.
Yeah,
All 3
take
skeletons
our
around.
faridrin up.
Can I follow my action of hopping off?
They're all trying to get on the horse at this point.
I really need one of those.
Smack the back and telepathically tell it to go full pace for about 10 seconds, and then stop as fast as
Good luck,
hard as it
buddies.
can.
Thank you.
That's the one I hope.
Two skeletons have crashed down, and one's sitting at the reins, essentially. It's just like. And then looks back at you guys and just goes,
What's it this? So when the horse does this, raises.
Oh,
It
send
raises.
them to who?
Yeah. I want to tell it.
Rears.
Rear. Thank you.
That's the word.
I want it to rear up.
face plant. There are now 3 skeletons in the road.
Now go up to the cat and go really close to it. And then there's nothing that comes up. Well, there could be mist or whatever.
It walks up and it's just. You hear the sound of it going, but there isn't actually anything that comes out.
That makes me. That usually means she's pissed.
They do it.
Who told them to follow me?
They like it.
No, who was the last one to give them an action and told them to follow it?
They
This
only
is
listen to
me,
him.
not him. Her talking.
They have a mind of their own.
They only listen to him.
He wants to be a real boy. You think I decided that?
I'm going to the camp.
Yeah.
as I walk
To be honest, to be completely honest with you, yes, I do believe that you got that idea in your head. Oh, poor boy. They're not working out.
After a few,
Possibly.
maybe another half hour of you guys sort of walking down the road, the skeleton's sort of getting up and basically shadow walking behind Faridrin.
Okay.
And
I mean,
unless
if they're not up in my grill, I'm okay. But
unless another order is given to them, they basically follow behind you.
Yeah.
Can I have another group set of perceptions?
Perception.
Oh.
22.
No, 19.
4.
14.
You're welcome.
14.
14. So,
Everything's right.
At least you can never be surprised. Somehow.
I'm always aware. Where the fuck is anything? No.
Aaron Midwalk just kind of stops and just doesn't know what's good. Sort of takes a moment and trying to remember the exact point of where this energy point was formed to be for you guys to be hitting it, and he sort of stops and sort of goes like this and goes, I think we're supposed to be going that way, and he's kind of looking down thinking, as the rest of you kind of all look in that direction and notice this massive wingspan of some sort of lizard creature flying up in the air and roaring.
I'm looking at the little.
If anyone wants to point it out to Aaron, Aaron can see it.
I'm looking down at the little people going, dragon.
Big bird.
Hey,
Huh?
dude, am I actually seeing that?
You were right.
It doesn't
Wait,
make you
flying.
what the fuck?
Aaron and Farron are histories.
Yeah. Oh, no. I went the wrong way.
Chris is going to pull out his gun and just sort of look
18?
through the scope to get a better view.
At least it's 17, but more coming. I don't know if that's enough.
No, that's enough.
Okay, good.
Both of you recognise this dragon as it is starting to fly off. Back
No,
towards the
what?
west.
How far away is it from me?
That's the best reaction. No,
Trying to think. In game,
Shitloads?
not shitloads. It's the equivalent of basically seeing a plane landing at the airport while standing at the stadium
Okay.
for distance.
And which way is it headed?
Behind a tree?
Away from where you guys are. So
Okay,
it's
so obviously it's always going to be going away somewhere. Towards the north, so back towards its home in theory. From looking at the joint, it's going up
yeah,
towards.
it's going back up.
Also looks like
That guy
a
hates
guy
my
guts. Pointing his gun at the scope.
It looks like
I get off my horse
It
and
looks
stand
like
in front of you.
quite a white
Aaron?
looking dragon.
I get off my horse
It
and
looks
stand in front
quite
of
large and quite
you. I hate that guy's
possibly an
guts.
ancient dragon.
Remember the story I told you? I have told you my backstory. We can kill him.
But actually,
One
give me another perception.
I was going to say one day. I caught him off guard
I will.
last time.
Net 20 just now.
Cool. It looks like it's
right in
just a
front of
guy.
him.
Missing an eye.
I stabbed him in the eye. He's half blind because of me.
That's where that came from.
Oh, you didn't know that one. That was me.
We may have spoken about that part of
That's-
your side of it, probably.
I've only put vague tales to it. That's why he hates me.
Do I shoot it?
No.
Yes. At the same time, both of us know, yes. Who
How
you gonna
far
take
away
the
is
order from? You've got the one you know and have been with
I can't give
for
exact
longer than me.
numbers.
roughly.
He says we can take it. She.
Like
You
range
got-
of
you've
spells.
got
will,
range of
is what I
spells.
said.
Yeah, most spell ranges. The only reason you can
Look, the only way we can take it is... I
120.
don't want to deal with that again.
it's probably close to
Shoot
like
it.
900. That's you got
Hold on.
like another
Hey.
20 minutes from the camp.
Can you hit it? How well can you hit it from where you are?
Is it a challenge?
Based
You
on
can.
your perception, you can't.
No.
You,
Is that a challenge?
I've already
Wait,
checked.
no, I
You
can't.
can't.
I think my range is like over 300.
it is a lot
Like
better
8,
than-
9.
Even at disadvantage, double disadvantage.
So there's normal shot, there's long distance, and there's nuh-uh. And this is currently in the range of nuh-uh. Okay, knowing that, I will just... It's fueling my rage. You see bits of, like, ice breath coming out of my face,
What's
out of my
Falco's reaction?
helmet.
Falco kind of looking at you guys and looking up. There's like this weird sort of shivering wind going over him at the moment.
I'm not dealing with it again.
He looks at you and just kind of has this look on his face like, no.
Do you want me to kill it? Shall we kill it?
You see a bear go.
I've seen that look many times before.
What are you useful for?
None of you have seen this before. Falco turns into a cub.
Come here.
He sort of moves over to Aaron and just kind of sits next to Aaron and leans his head against you and goes, I mean, if you really want to fight it, I can stay in this form for you. I don't want to do that again, though.
Only if it attacks us.
So you have everything to change the sky bird.
I keep forgetting that I'm meant to be changing the name. I'm getting distracted with D&D.
No, that's fine. I just
Yes, I-
needed to tell you that.
I feel like Aaron has PTSD.
Maybe it's hand, yeah.
I am fine with all of that, and you saying no, and pushing it
Alcohol leans away from Aaron and turns back into the bear again.
But I know where it's headed. It's headed back on.
I know where it lives.
So I have no
I'm
issue.
just super surprised that it's here. I'm still hiding behind the tree until it's gone. I don't even want it to see me.
I'm walking. I have not stopped moving. In fact, I might have slightly gone.
Probably wouldn't recognize you, but it would have a grudge against me.
I mean, you interacted with it before you. This is out of character. Before you went under, right?
No, it was after.
After, okay. So when he was after. He was before me. It would definitely recognize your face. It probably thought it was a meal. Yeah, you're about right.
Yeah, you less so than him.
Yeah.
Aaron more so because he took out his eye. You probably remember that.
Yeah.
Do we want to go for a break?
Yep. We will go to a break, as essentially what's happening is you guys will be
having a panic attack.
Aaron's having a panic attack as you guys are approaching the camp.
I am attempting to pick up a tiny cub. Cuddle it.
As you go to pick up the cub, it turns back into a bear again.
Oh.
As the danger appears to have gone.
Cuddle.
Well, you can cuddle him anyway. You won't stop that.
Aaron has dealt with that dragon before.
At least that this film is more useful.
Right.
Hey there, you beautiful person, you. Do you like podcasts? Well, that's a stupid question because of course you do. Hi, My name is Harley, and I'm from the Necropodicon Network. I'm here invading your personal space because I wanted to invite you to come check out our shows. Oh man, we have a whole bunch, just like a big old assorted bag of candy type of deal. We have true crime, comedy, TTRPGs of varying kinds, movie reviews. The list goes on, I just don't have enough spit in my mouth for that. You can find all these shows and more on our website, necropodicon.com. We also have cast and crew profiles for every show on the network. What that means is, you get to see our beautiful faces. For free! The website is constantly being updated, so come on over and have a good time. What are you waiting for? No, seriously, what are you waiting for? You're on your phone, right? Or computer? All you have to do is, I'll let you figure it out by yourself.
I changed.
Chaos.
Magic.
Everything's chaos.
I am a changeling.
So, my PC.
Going over my backstory with you.
Yes, but I'm not. My PC is just the disco.
So you guys basically, after this weird sort of, I guess, encounter with the dragon that's currently flown away from you, start heading towards. You start moving slightly off the path and moving towards a encampment, and you guys are just a little bit out of it, but you can basically see this being the camp.
I will resume back to my midpoint. I see the skeletons will fall behind me because they're following me.
Yep.
And we've got the other two. You and you, who's not here but will be here. Taking up front, and you've got rear
Exactly.
with the other
Like
two.
mine.
Yeah, is that the plan?
Yeah, I think it's safe.
And you can
For
take
skeletons to follow behind you for now.
Well, I mean, if they're behind me, they're in front of you.
Yeah.
So you're like the next one up.
I got my own plan. Spins me out.
I'm happy for whatever you want to do. Well, the plan at the moment is for you two to.
40 megs, it still spins me out.
Jesus, no wonder. Cool. We see it now.
It's my brain.
We see the thing now.
The disco. Non-working disco.
Let's not distract.
I'm easily distracted.
I need to get through this. I want to punch something. It's what I'm built for. It's what the character does.
Alright, the dragon's gone.
Yeah, the dragon's gone. You guys have basically approached the outskirts of the base. You're essentially all stealth within viewing point of the base, and I'm just giving you the map so you can see what's going on.
Can I stealth on my horse?
Well, you're unseen as a group sitting back.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We come from the north side?
Now, basically, path turned, and you're heading.
I mean, like,
You're coming from down here.
Sorry, north? Yeah, south.
The bottom.
The bottom.
We're going north, which is probably what you were thinking
Yeah.
as you said it. Yeah. Yeah. That's how my brain works too. It's all good. I understand. So, unless anyone has any final ideas or final offers, keep walking.
What's...
No.
Should I do a separate stealth to be extra stealthy, or...?
To actually try and stealth?
Are you actually trying to stealth?
Because we're actively just walking in.
Yeah, I think I might try and actually climb up on those towers.
Okay, so roll stealth.
Fuck.
So it's 21.
You don't have to follow us, Falco.
Oh, it sort of stops.
You can't be bothered. Especially
A bear turning up.
a bear and what they're doing with, like, your kind.
Also, remember, just as a note to you two in front, remember what the mission was for this group. They have delivered the goblin. They have delivered the orb.
Okay.
Good. Technically, the party was going to deliver a goblin and an orb, from what I know. Reminding the two people that are talking.
I would say you're not obligated.
Well, you're hearing stealth, so
Falcor
you can-
leans to you.
I know who you are because you're stealth, right?
He's got
Who wants a
leans
goblin?
back.
No, he flew away. Don't worry.
And then sort of implying not the dragon, but
I know.
he steps back into sort of the bush and everything, and just kind of looks at you guys and just sits back.
I'll give him a nod. No?
You got a bag of holding, and that's it.
I'm in a backpack.
I'm the other one,
Well,
and I don't have my bag of holding because I'm
I haven't
not
actually discussed that with you.
What if
Whether
you're
Ken
the
has a
only
bag of
one with
holding.
a bag of holding?
It was always assumed.
Not even
We'll go with
two
no.
others, no.
For now?
Wait,
Yeah.
there's
He's just got pockets.
he doesn't have
Shit.
Johnny?
Johnny does,
No,
doesn't he?
he's got a
Dio doesn't. The only two
Dio doesn't. Johnny has a pocket of something that basically
Pocket dimension.
all his spoons go into, makes his jacket pocket that much bigger, and the
Portable
portable
hole.
hole.
Yeah, that's the other thing that you've got. Why are you trying to think of extra dimensional things? Are you trying to explode stuff
We're just gonna take a go.
that's in your bag of holding?
Yeah.
You are. You wanted it. You hold it. Why do you need your bag of holding in?
was going to scout that one. I watched it.
You still haven't answered why you need your bag of holding empty.
Because I want the goblin. I thought, since we have to take it in there.
Just keep it in there. Just don't take
Well,
it out.
I didn't see your bag. Yeah, I'll carry your bag if you'd
Well,
like.
the
I'm an
goblin-
adventurer.
Giving
It
the
will make
goblins
sense.
to him? So we shouldn't have the goblin, because it's meant to be with the courier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll take his bag. If that's what he's
I'm
worried
already
about,
going to
I
go
don't want
through
to
his
make him
bag of holding.
Yeah. I'm pointing out we don't need the goblin.
Oh, okay, we don't know.
Just come take it out.
I guess he'll be my little pet. And
For now, you're holding on to him. You
With
want
his
to take
bag
a
of
part of him.
holding.
And the three skeletons going to do a
I
quick
could try and slip them in my armor, but it probably won't work. Just saying.
Just reminding you that they're there.
Yep.
just a misunderstanding.
I'm looking at the dude behind me.
There, kitty.
You might look up.
Behind me.
We're like the Six Stooges.
Sure. Okay. I thought you were going to pull off its arm.
Yeah.
The deal was you can pull off its arm, but I have to be there. There is not to be torture. Remember?
I would not.
It was only 3 hours ago.
Oh,
Or is it only technically torture if you're trying to extract information from you?
didn't you do that?
Let me try and pull off your arm, and you tell me if it's torture.
Well, no, but it hurt.
Yeah.
It just doesn't necessarily make it torture.
You'd enjoy it?
I mean, it's a
Someone
mechanical.
might.
It's a mechanical.
Causing someone pain for no need, with no need. His arm doesn't need.
Now
to
I'm
be
intrigued.
all this just.
It doesn't make it torture.
I'm not saying that he will torture.
keep the
I'm
same
there
stuff
to
you roll.
make sure it doesn't torture. It doesn't torture.
This is fair.
Yeah, that's fair
Yeah,
and delicate.
Fitz is gone.
Should we be discussing philosophy right now and instead entering the...
Fitz is gone.
I mean, when's a good time? It does.
Okay.
Come to my temple.
Should we be talking about really important things that we don't want them to overhear?
Like a.
You hold it.
Like the goblin? I said this quite loudly. So
That
that
was
was make a point. Yes, mission successful, team. Well done.
You're right. You guys in front, by the way. If you guys stopped. So you're asking me, should we continue?
For walking up just having this
No,
conversation.
we supposedly we did stop.
We did
when
stop.
the skeletons clapped into me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're walking now.
This is fitting this.
I have to walking and stuff.
Continue walking.
Yeah.
Trotting on my horse.
You have a skeleton horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone
I'm
listening?
intimidating as fuck, and I'm meant to be a
Inflicting
pretty
damage. It
cool.
doesn't automatically make it torture. I mean, semantics, sure, but still.
Are you still on about? You have a fascination with You have some unhealthy fascination with torture?
I seem to be getting
Is it torture or pain that you have fascination with?
I don't know. What is your-
Or ripping people's arms off? Or is that just the
It's
context?
the semantics of it.
Okay, so he's into semantics, right? Good.
The technicality of it. Why aren't you able to do the torture in the first place?
What is your form at the moment? Is it still a little kid?
I'm the youth, yeah.
Not a little kid.
Like, pubescent teenager.
You walk up and the two guys, there are basically two guys who are standing here as you guys walking up, and one of them kind of looks at the other two as you guys are having this conversation, and one guy goes, "Where did the horse skeleton come from?"
We found him.
I summoned it.
Picked him up on the road.
Bob got distracted by that.
Persuasion. I'm telling them the truth.
I know, persuasion. Technically true, you didn't pick it up on the road, so you can choose whether deception or persuasion. You found it. You can pick if you're deception or persuasion as well.
22.
So persuasion or deception, that's much better.
I'm persuasion. Persuasion are the same.
I should have taken what was on the ground. It was a 12 there.
I got 22.
No worries.
I am. You are pubescent, and I'm.
They all,
I've got a believe the guy with voice keeps cracking.
the two guys turn to look at Aaron and go, Sorry for you, man.
You recruit. This one's very interested in joining.
It's technically a 4.
While the guards are distracted by that, Fitz will start climbing up the wall.
Sure, it's fine. You're slowly moving up. So
You were built to climb, remember?
Yeah.
It's part of
it's technically not a difficult thing because there is like sort of bush and stuff you can actually climb up. So it's basically you climbing up the side of that.
Is this just tree?
Hedge. So it's not this covered in hedge.
There is hedge grown into it.
Okay, sure, that's what I want to see. It's actually a normal wall with hedge on it.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, you notice it almost immediately trying to move into the hedge. It's like half a meter and it's just clear. But climbing up isn't an issue for you.
As you can see, we have some very interesting people.
I heard you
Wanting to join.
were a strong band. I want to test it for myself. Before I join,
You want to join the Phoenix Force.
as long as I
And
believe
you were
it will-
scouted? She was a scout? You scouted her?
I scouted it.
She is no. I'm not a scout.
Yes, I've seen her in battle.
Oh.
I mean, she's not a fucking skeleton horse.
I mean, that's true. We are always.
And you've seen this child talk. Fits for the group. Not fits, but fits in the group.
It's a skeletons. What?
Not
distracted currently.
This is what the.
You the group, remember?
Same way I joined.
Oh my god, have you been talking like that the entire time then?
Basically, cracking, yeah.
I think I would at least have cracked up a couple of times if that's actually the voice.
Yeah, there would have been some dragon snorts.
He goes, alright,
Who is your strongest?
Oh, I'm getting higher.
Go.
Who is your strongest?
And the. I guess the boss is probably one of the strongest, but then, like,
Good.
I don't know, they recently finished off one of the experiments they were messing around with. Apparently it's really good. And then there's the. He kind of. Has she seen the goblin cyborg things? Has she seen them in action? Like, have you seen the goblin cyborgs? Those things are pretty strong.
Have I seen a goblin with mechanics on?
Yes.
No.
You really think the goblins are the strongest in this camp? Really?
I mean, outside of the actual strong recruits, but
Yes, but she wants to test the strongest.
strength, though.
The
Strength.
strongest, not a strongest or kind of strong. You said your captain, your leader. Let me see.
It was the only
What
thing
is
she was
it?
willing
Where
to
is it?
test.
And I start like looking around into the base for him with a full
He turns to you and goes, "You don't know our captain is a she, right?"
She.
It didn't get into
You did.
semantics.
You didn't tell me it was a woman. I'm even more like intrigued and eager.
Why would I just give information like that away? Look, what are you doing, you idiot?
This sounds like fun.
Is this why they put you on guard duty?
Yes.
Oh, this is what I got work with. I need to rise up in the ranks real fast.
Guy stands back, and the other dude who's just been watching this whole thing just kind of goes,
Which one are you in charge here?
Neither.
They both point to each other.
They point up, and above them there are like 3 guys with just bows, just sort of trained on you guys.
I was told there was a strong man inside. Where is this strong man?
I don't look up. I just go up.
They're just waiting. The guys just kind of look at each other.
Have they put like spears or anything?
No, they've just been standing out of sight talking to you guys. They haven't actually physically stopped you. They've just verbally stopped you.
Oh,
She's going to be pretty pissed off if you don't let us have the potential to get this recruit. I might as well just send her away then.
I just tap the side of my horse and start moving past them. Well, in the end, I will find her. Where is this leader? Where is she?
It's Faridrin just pulls in. They kind of look at the shot.
Trot, trot. Oh, gosh, no. Okay, come on.
As the group go past, the guys that are watch the skeletons, and one visibly see one guy at one of them. Look at the hole.
As I walking in as well.
On the top of this sort of left or right.
Okay.
For me? Actually. Well, Catch momentarily disappears.
Okay. Catch as you're walking in, one of the other guards goes, another one, come with me, and sort of almost ushers you away from the group. And you are basically...
Stare at you if I'm being led away.
We're going to the new recruits, don't worry.
Perhaps one day you'll turn out like me, little one.
Fitz, which tower were you climbing? That one? Yeah, sweet. So you get to the top of this sort of tower thing, and you notice two guys sort of come walking into this room. They look like they've just undone their bows, sort of putting the arrows back in their quivers. You're just kind of sitting on the side of this thing as one walks out and stands and sort of half looks out like he's looking for something else, and the other dude kind of goes and sits down on like a chair, just kind of relaxes.
One's not looking out from the top, I'm pointing over, is he?
No. They're basically on watch duty at the moment.
This will just climb right up on top.
So it just pops up on top.
Yeah, you just walk across the bridge.
So there was that basically you climbed up. The top of it basically has no roof section to it, so you climbing onto the roof is where these two guys are.
Oh, okay. And then
There's that hatch door that goes down.
So there's no hole. No hole.
No, I just thought that there's that thing across that like
So he's wondering if he can go across this.
Yeah, no, there was a bridge thing that goes from roof to roof.
Is that where the people with the
bows were? Yeah.
And now they're facing.
There is now one guy who's basically standing here looking that way, and one guy who's just relaxing over there. And it's probably
And you climbed up here.
Yep.
So better idea? Guy here, probably a couple of guys over here too. Your choice, mate. I'm telling you what I know. I'm probably about here-ish.
Faridrin's about here. Catch is just being led in this direction.
Okay.
And the rest of the party is basically heading up this way.
Pitts will still try and climb up. He's in uniform, so the guy doesn't see him.
So you just pop up there.
Pop up and just try and walk across the bridge.
Roll me a deception.
Are we counting that as cocked?
Yeah.
Possibly performance.
I would have counted that.
I would have counted that. Are you trained in performance or?
Just no.
No, the deception.
Go again, I suppose. Go again last time. So deception, right?
Yeah.
So 19.
You kind of stand up, pretending like you belong there. As I walk through, both the two guards kind of turn and look at you, and you feel that they probably realise what's going on, and you feel, I need this to happen, I need this to work, and you feel the last of your power in your tails zap off. And if possibly saw this, you're not too sure. It looks almost like the tails just flew at these guys' eyes and just kind of in their faces, and they went, ugh, as you walk around.
That's a lot better than when you first two rolls.
So you basically, you wander out from there.
Counted that.
What's that?
You walk out basically into this like alcove between the two towers, so you can see basically.
I'm going to
all
try
the
and sort of see, or I guess I'll look out to see what I can see from up there.
Now that I can see from down here.
Nat 20.
No, more than what I can see from down here.
You see everything.
You see
Free vision.
5 people.
You close your eyes and you just sometimes you tap and it's like there, the full vision, third eye open.
So basically, you see the party end up here. You see what looks like, just immediately looking over here where Catch has been sent. There are maybe about half a dozen sort of similar aged looking humanoids, youths in this area over here, and it looks like some of them are sort of standing like they're trying to cast magic or something that seems to be going on over there.
Is there bows as well, or is it all just magic?
Up here, looks like there are a couple of people who are training some people with some swords, and there is a few people who are hanging around up here who are shooting bows. Also, with your natural 20, you're able to see over in this corner over here are 3 cyborg goblins playing fetch with 5 cyborg-looking wolves. There is also a few people wandering around over here, and a few people wandering around over here, and there's someone who looks like they're trying to start up some sort of fire or something. Possibly this is where the food's happening. And this area up here, you can see there is a couple of people walking around, sort of like they're guarding this section on the outside here. You can't actually see into that area there, though.
Who's on the other roof? Is it another 2
There's
guards?
another 2 guards.
Where are they looking?
More or less the same way as the other 2. So one's looking in base, one's looking out of base.
Is any looking on the roof?
No.
Can Fitz just climb down? Yeah, but like sort of through the
So you're gonna wander over to this one and hop through the trapdoor on there.
Well, I was meaning to just climb down.
I mean, just scale the side of the wall.
Plain sight of people.
Well, they're not looking, the guards.
What about the people in the
I
inside?
mean, they know you're there, right?
I got a high step. No, okay, I'll go down the step.
So you wander
You've
through.
already fooled them. You can walk through willy-nilly.
Well, he knows they're meant to be there.
Give him room to walk right through.
Yes, you go ahead.
Walk through to the hatch door.
You're just gonna go to the hatch door and stuff.
I don't know what's in there.
That was terrible.
You literally climbed up one side, went down the other side. You're definitely a cat.
No, inside, not outside. No inside, not outside.
I don't know where the door goes out. Maybe
Went full,
out
not
that
that
way.
With your natural 20, you saw 2 doors on the either side of the things that on the outside looks like to get to the top of the tower. There's doors that are in the bottom that lead into
He
it.
sits. He sits.
So
Not underneath the
On the other side of the road.
like towards back into the base.
up here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll just go down the hatch.
Cool. Alright. So takes you a couple of minutes to just go through. You walk to the other side and have this brief moment looking at the 2 guys. And the two other guards can look up at you, kind of look over the other 2.
Okay.
Just ignore you.
Hey,
You're wandering.
Furry, completely normal.
no,
If anything,
he likes himself.
Oh,
He can be whatever he wants to.
well,
we're probably forever like, oh, we don't want to associate with him.
that's him.
That's that weird
No, you're currently a human because you just got monocle.
Okay.
You pop down and you end up down here, while the rest of the party is basically ended up in the middle of the square area here.
Weird if he jumped in someone's lap and started meeting.
I'm actually contemplating going over to where the
Also, they want to jump.
I am.
That might make sense.
Fitz
Look it
will,
up.
bloody.
Giant.
Fitz will with. Oh, you go.
Oh,
Oh,
he's already got himself.
I cut off you.
Yes,
Fitz will relay
Like a Maine Coon.
what he saw to them.
luggage going.
So you wander into
Okay, size would be
No.
right.
No, he just walked up to you guys.
Oh, okay.
He's got plenty.
Yeah, so you guys are all basically in the centre of this sort of thoroughfare. No one seems to have been bothering you at this point,
Yeah.
and Fitz just kind of wanders up to you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Which one looks like the captain's quarters?
Recruit. I mean,
Fitz, you've described everywhere to them.
I mean, I
don't know
I'm
if they
just
call
walking
them
around
here.
saying which one is it?
Ah,
You couldn't see anywhere that looked like a captain's quarters,
Sergeant
but this area here did look like it probably was important.
what's that?
to be honest,
Strange name for him.
on the map we got, did it actually have the writing on there?
That was the no-go zone. So,
Wait, is that where the dogs were? The haze. No.
This is really good.
yeah, this section here was a no-go
So
zone.
behind this building is all the cyborg goblins and wolves.
What's in here?
Oh, it's all like grab one. Oh, the map said no go, but I think we should go.
What's in here?
Pointing at the giant.
Explain this? Like other people
That's
said.
that massive tent.
Cool. Like, is he in it?
Walk up and just open up the tent.
That's probably the leader.
Hello.
Yeah, you open up the tent, open up, look in. It looks like there's a table inside and maybe some paperwork and a couple of maps and stuff, but there's no one in there at the moment.
Anyone home?
Paper is my little pony.
We're going to find this leader soon, or people are going to wonder why you haven't taken me to the leader. I will just point out to everyone to these guys.
Take me to your leader.
Hmm. What? Is she out to lunch? As I lean my head back out and call out.
Is there anyone around?
There are a couple of people who are walking back and forth this way.
Do you know the name of the leader?
No. I call out to them. Where is she? Is that point? Is that point?
Stops and goes, experiment cell.
Right. Who's on guard?
Stupid annoying brat. I think it was Sid.
Sid.
Yeah.
Right.
This way?
No, that one.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, no, he points that way. He turns around and walks off.
I don't believe you.
But didn't he just tell us that there's sword fighting over there?
6 plus, like what? 4? Maybe?
I got a 16.
It's clearly being sarcastic.
10.
He's clearly telling the truth.
Sarcasm.
I would like to mark down that guy's face. No one gets naughty to me and gets away with it.
Remember to murder
Walk
you,
over to-
especially later.
Yeah, huh? You don't get final words.
Ooh, let's walk over there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm walking over.
No, to the training.
The training?
So,
If you can, just keep an eye on Cash. Way over there.
get just down here.
I will
You see
follow,
gesturing.
continuing leading towards the
No,
big buildings at the back.
Oh, you're watching.
There's a group.
Oh, you're
Audience.
Maybe Cash is fine.
Oh,
Okay,
check
so
on everyone else.
Up and to the left,
So you're going to left?
I'm going to experiment.
Cool.
which I'm assuming is the
And
left.
you weapons?
You know where I am.
You're basically dragged over to a bunch of other people who are sort of in your same age-looking group. You're brought over, and the guy goes, "Here's another one. Go on, show them some magic."
Yeah, you know me, I got this down.
Oh, blast.
I just do the action point. Is there like one of the guards or like the guys teaching us nearby the?
No, basically,
Handicap?
there's a couple of like really badly looked scarecrow kind of things that are at the end there. There's like a guy who's basically somewhat teaching what's going on. Yeah, the rest of the recruits are there.
Clearly going to be intentional if you try and hit one.
Yeah,
Or is it?
depending how you do it.
Continuing to attack the scarecrows.
In the middle of doing this,
Yep.
you overhear, "Aren't you going to try and draw a runic symbol?" And another one goes, "Unless you're one of those other ones who don't do runic symbols."
No.
There's a couple of mumbling that goes through.
There. Can't you see the symbol? Gesture at the tattoos. It's my own devising. Eldritch Blast, but aim it behind me to hit anyone behind me. But it looks as though I'm aiming at the scarecrow. And it's gonna go.
You can see.
I think the spell is specific who you can see, so you
You
can
have to be looking backwards as you're saying,
you're blindly shooting.
Look at me!
Oh, yeah, no. Like the guy who's teaching them. I'm like, oh,
Okay, who do you want to hit? You're basically in range of hitting anyone in these tower areas over here.
Oh.
There is a couple of people who are over here,
Oh.
and then there's the entire group of recruits that are around you.
The
And not
tower?
the recruits.
What about the tower?
that will not do anything to the tower.
Not the tower, but the guy in the tower. The one nearby, because then it looks like. Whoops.
Roll deception.
So roll to hit.
Magic.
Yeah, but it's not.
Oh, but
11.
Hits one.
Not that one. So you fire,
Wildly off then.
you fire 2 blasts, don't you?
Yep.
They each count as attack. No, it's the one attack roll.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, but then it's a quick attack, unless you're splitting it to two. No.
Are you splitting it or are you hitting the one? Because if you're hitting the one, it's off the one attack, but if you're splitting it,
What are you doing, Bubba? Huh? What are you
Both people on the tower.
Yes.
roll again.
That's somewhere from the record. But I'll say it.
Hold on, okay, come on.
One person who's not the guy in the tower can be hit. Who is another person you're aiming at? You've got recruiters down here.
No, so there's.
The two guys in the tower?
Yeah.
And the second guy. Okay. Roll damage.
Where did that other bolt go?
Off into the sky because it wasn't on.
Wait. No, that's one. 8.
Yeah.
13?
13? Okay.
Guy on turret hit with damage. Being a DM, you've got to remember all this shit just in case.
Monster.
That's what happens.
Yeah, as the blast goes off, there's a very audible noise.
Vampires, dragons, evil fate, beasts.
Technically, my horse.
The group of recruits will kind of look around and go, what was that? And the recruiter goes, and then goes to step forwards to say something to you, and then this eldritch blast in front of him, and he goes,
Oops.
good. Someone else want to give it a try now? As he takes a step back, looks visibly a little shocked.
Walk to the back of the line. Wait for your next turn.
You move back into the group and a couple of
Homer Simpson hedge into the ground.
I'm mumbling to him, like, what was that? What was that? That's usually like a firebolt one that I've seen. Yeah, that wasn't very firebolt. It was kind of green and weird. What was it? What was it?
It's purple.
It's purple.
It's just customized fire.
How do you customize fire? Are you like really experienced? Just bad? Are you just like really good at changing colours, but you're just really bad at aiming at things?
Magic.
Basically, a lot of this conversation seems to just be
I'm just muttering.
fun as you're aiming.
Slash kids who don't actually understand how magic works. Hey.
You wander out to basically a couple of people who are having a couple of swords, sort of dual teaching they love stuff. But your spider's gone, by the way.
Oh. Has anyone seen my tattoo?
Baby's gone for a wander.
Yeah.
Let's walk off with people who are
Oh, that's what we did.
shooting bows.
Tattoos.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look into that too.
There's a couple of them who are sort of aiming and sort of readjusting and shooting. There's no one really instructing there. It looks like they're just kind of all practicing. A lot of them seem like they're very sort of adept at what's going on. And there is a small portion who is sort of learning the basics of sword fighting.
Fitz is going to stand by the ones shooting their arrows.
This is very brave to do.
And Fitz is going to pull out his gun and try and shoot one of the targets in front of him. You're mean. Nat 20.
He had a poo on me. Just
Could have
totally
fun.
fair.
Just, what was it?
Could have
The...
Could have fun.
Just more slightly
Yeah,
of a force.
Oh.
So you just whip out your gun and show. And the target at the other end of the gun it just explodes. A couple of guys just stop and go. Where did you come from?
Just got my new eye.
I have a go.
What's that?
Guys, yeah, I think we have a go.
How would you want?
Okay, why not? Yeah, targeted. Go on.
First person to see if they can hit a target. Let's get the target. Yeah, very on. Try to get it in properly. Yeah, very well.
The soundtrack.
I hear the ding of him clicking something in a game.
My thing's playing.
Oh,
I'm thinking I'm going to get you. How can I get money from these people?
Oh. Let's stand up for a second.
Got any coin? Why she like standing up?
Just movement.
It's a
different
baby.
areas.
It's the weirdest thing.
sections.
There you go. It gives you 2 silver.
Me,
Can I have a
I
shot now?
fidget all the time, so she'd probably have that as well, which is why she's so squiggly. But she's also kind of tired.
That's
She's
well later.
but
Can I
you
take
got
the gun
makes
from
her
you?
go, "Oh, okay."
So immediately when
Just
it
stand over here with the lights.
sort of
Yeah.
turns to the
Staring
target.
at the map, the pretty colours on the map.
And then this is a little thing here that I pull.
Nothing lasts forever, so you constantly got to change around different things.
And he fires off a shot, and it just goes wild and crashes in the bush somewhere. And it's just like, you guys have heard 2 gunshots from your respective areas as well.
I don't know whether they have guns or not here, right? So, man.
Do I recognize Fitz's gun? Fitz will just snatch it off him. I thought you were sharpshooters.
I mean, it's the first time I've used that. And the 2 guys next to me, yeah, man, you suck.
It's a try. Yeah. Fitz will nod at the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, another dude walks up next to you and sort of leans on your shoulder. Man, what was he thinking? I mean,
Useless.
I know, man. Like,
Should just
I
be.
could hit those things easily, but man, he's terrible at this. And he's he leans up to you and he goes, I just put a gold coin in your pocket. Give me a shot.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll show you. And he sort of walks over to the target thing. And he just goes, boom. Then a blast goes off and hits one of the arms off the target. Doesn't explode like yours, but hits the target. And he's like, see? Target hit.
Fitz will point at himself.
The other guy who's missed is just like, but I haven't used one of these before. He just kind of turns and just looks away. Muttering and grumbling and kicking the ground, and he sort of walks over to where all the quivers and things are left up, and he just kind of warms his quiver and just walks off.
I just make him quit.
He becomes and joins our group.
And I would laugh my ass off if I'd seen that. Faridrin, that is. Laugh at this puny little thing.
And he just chuckles, man, he's a terrible man.
Fitz will keep the gun off and be like, you know what? I got just the thing for you. And he searches in his bag and he pulls it out. One of the guns. Bad idea, probably.
Not if you tell again
How many abbots of ammo are in it?
and
Because they have one shot bullets just generally in them.
yeah, they're a single load musket kind of thing.
Yeah.
My idea would be to tell them don't use it until you really need to, like when there's a fight. But here's an awesome gun, and then load it to misfire. Because
So you
then
might
you're
try
gonna-
it right now.
No, that's why you tell him don't use it until you need to. It's only got one shot in it, or you can shoot it and test it, then load it again for him.
Fitz likes some sky.
Okay then.
Fitz will give him 5 shots. I'm just gonna use some key stuff.
Mark his face, please.
What's your name?
Fuck his name. What's his face?
Bronzy.
Franzi.
See, at least I'm not doing it.
Sure, Fitz.
Like Fonzie, but with an R.
Hey,
With a PH.
Oh,
Oh,
I know
what?
it's PH.
Baby, Franzi with an H. Franzi.
here you go. Franzi. Not quite the same. Sort of similar.
Same kind of thing. Yeah, I think I've seen a few of these around. Yeah.
Much better than you know.
Oh, it's much faster. Yeah, no, definitely. Sort of clicks it to the side of him. And he's like, yeah. You want to get a beer?
You know what?
Oh.
Yes, I do.
All right. So he turns and he basically leads you towards where this pit fire is starting up.
Oh, we sound like a
Aaron and Faridrin, who are currently heading up towards this sort of proper looking, supposed to make
Tag team.
Yep.
Good
Good that we've separated the party.
Oh, works? Teamwork.
Yeah.
So here it says. Oh wait, yeah, it says about poison. It's liquid poison, the alcohol.
Yeah. You could also poison their entire food supply. And then I could come on purifying, pretend to be good. Here, present.
Yep, so the two of you basically wander up. Are you on horseback or have you gotten off? Because
When we get to the door, I'll hop off.
alright,
I'm showing my majesty and intimidation by continuing to walk like this.
you must have think you arrive at this sort of thing, and there's a guy standing at what looks like a guy standing at this door, just kind of watching the two of you walk up, and he's just kind of leaning against what looks like kind of a spear kind of thing. He's just
Up, thank you. I'm up here.
Wait,
Stop looking at my crotch.
where the heck's Sid?
I'm in the run,
Hmm.
clean up duty.
And where
What's he
is
done now?
Oh, I just had to smack him around a bit.
Yeah.
I thought the leader was a female.
No, the leader's still also with him as well.
Yeah, no, she's inside. She's dealing with the finalizations of some stuff.
This one here's had a
Do
challenge.
you mind getting off the horse? It's kind of annoying. He says just kind of leaning on the spear thing still.
I mean, I'm at the door, right? I probably
Yeah.
would have gotten off anyway. After having at least a word. Yeah, I guess so. I can't get in the door this way.
She's had a challenge.
I'm here to test the strength of your band and see whether I deem you worthy to join. I have been told that the strongest among you is your leader.
Are you talking physical strength or just like pure power?
Or I'm both.
Yes, she's
I would flex my muscles, but you can't see them.
Yes, she is. What are you guys here for? As you guys turn around and realize that the three skeletons have been following Faridrin the entire time.
Escort? I don't know. They just seemed to think that I needed more people. I mean, I'm pretty intimidating.
Right, they look pretty worse for wear.
How do you think I got to meet them?
Right. The guy kind of turns to us. You guys probably should go to the med bay. Sort of over the med.
Over that way?
You point.
Wherever he's pointing at,
Yeah.
like, go over this?
Yeah, over that way. The skeletons sort of watch your arm move and look at Aaron.
I go,
And they turn and sort of in unison just go.
They were following me, so
They're essentially walking to the group of tents.
fucking hell. There's gonna be these three skeletons just standing and just.
in about 5 minutes we're gonna hear a scream and an alarm. Let's get this over.
I send a message to Fitz. Your skeletons are coming past you.
You're in the middle of being taken to drinks and you look to your right briefly and you see the skeletons are walking in your direction, but that
Tents?
In the med bay. The way we pointed.
Medbay, I think. Just FYI. This should be okay.
yeah.
You wanna go,
Tell her I'm here.
wanna go fetch some boat?
What do I want with a Sid?
Look, man, like, just, I don't want to deal with her annoyance, and someone should be relieving me at some point, so...
Go in myself?
Yeah.
I put my hand on the door. Yes?
No, he sort of puts his hand... No, just look.
You go get her, go get Sid. I'll relieve you. Looks like you need a drink anyway.
Sounds good. Alright, he turns around.
Just give me that spear.
He takes his hand off the spear's just stabbed in the ground, and you realise that it's like it probably has a lot more to it, and it's just being stabbed slowly and slowly. It's just been using it as a leaning
It's
stick.
like a pike, but now with the distance of a spear.
And he just turns and takes out a rock and just kind of puts it against the door, and suddenly a door handle appears. And he sort of opens it.
Huh, I reached him for nothing.
No, the door handle you're reaching for is attached to a wall. It's just there. It's not actually going to open anything. It's just a door handle
Yeah,
attached to a
cool.
wall. Just
I
for people.
grabbed the wrong door. Real fake doors.
As he opens the door and walks inside. You guys have a few minutes to figure out what's going to happen.
Well,
I love trying to bullshit out of my house. Most of them here seem pretty dumb anyway. I'm messaging this to you, so no one can hear me.
I'm looking at your ass. But you're a human. Why would you bullshit out your ass?
Dragonborn.
I know some phrases, not all.
I'm talking... Message again. Talking nonsense. It's just another way of saying that.
Yes, you. It's like this. Looking around, waiting, leaning up against a wall, probably scraping.
I stand in the position that guy was in, so it looks like I'm on guard duty.
You hear the sound of something, like the sound of the door behind you. Because you're basically standing in the door.
Yeah, stick to the side.
The door opens up, and there's a very disheveled looking woman who just kind of steps out and looks like she's probably just woken up from a nap or something and just kind of walks out. What's going on?
You're the leader of this band?
Yeah,
Good.
sure.
This was just swinging. But fuck it, a quarter of guard. No, I have at least some honor. I hear your band may be mighty. I wish to test the metal. I've heard you are the strongest. I will only take the strongest.
Oh, strongest, right.
Well,
Not anymore.
No. Oh, okay.
If you want, we can fight the strongest.
If you want to help me, you can. I don't think I need it though.
I mean the royal we, but
It's that one. Carry on. Who is the strongest now? What happened? Did you lose some power?
I've been experimenting a little bit with one of our experiments here, and
Usually what you do with them, yes?
yes, one of them actually survived, and it's quite powerful. We haven't actually seen the limits of its skill yet. We were going to do a bit of a show later tonight, so boost morale, so you could do that if you want.
They don't survive? What are you doing to them?
How familiar are you with raw magic?
I know it exists. I understand something of magic. I'm assuming the Falcor Phoenix started out. That raw magic is what she's talking about.
More or less, yeah.
So in reality, probably nothing.
Well, you
But
understand
I
the concept of
understand
magic.
magic. Yeah. I understand magic is, generated in places.
Most species, if imbued with unpurified magic, tend to explode. It's quite messy.
That would make sense.
We've finally siphoned out the right amount into a creature that survived.
And where have you siphoned this energy from? The pure magic?
Ooh. She turns and looks at you. Are you a mark level or higher?
I'm Mark.
Level. Level. You are not Mark.
Haven't they told me about how Mark, they call themselves Mark or something like that? That's why I said I am Mark.
Oh, okay.
Because the Mark level was called Mark or something.
So every time we hear Mark, it's not actually. So Mark, Dark, and Bark would actually Mark, Dark, and Bark. They were Dark, Bark, and Jack.
Possibly.
Shit.
But he was given the gifted title of Mark, who finds marks.
Uh-oh. What have you told? What have you just given a signal to her?
She goes, "Oh, come on in then." She turns around and looks inside this sort of darkish room.
Lean my head in and walk in.
I walk in and I leave.
You guys sort of wander into this room that sort of is very much like this.
I don't know what I said I am. I know of Mark.
It's this very sort of fortified looking room as she walks over to this wall and sort of starts rummaging around through three things and sort of pulls something, and part of the wall sort of a bit of light, just something on the wall.
What then? I'm watching this woman like a hawk.
A rock that she stabbed at the wall,
Okay.
much like the other dude who did something else.
Because it sounded like she found something pulled them. I need to know these doors. Carry on.
And this line of light basically opens up inside, and sort of this massive sort of door opens up, and it opens up about 3/4 of the way up. And she goes, How iffy are you with being sort of wet and just kind of damp feeling?
I don't like damp, but water's water.
Okay, cool.
I lift my helmet and show like my white ice self.
Oh,
It's just not cold. Clink.
that'll be interesting then. I wonder, yes. And she wanders in to this room, and as you watch her walk in, her hair visibly goes from being kind of half disheveled, looking like she's just having a shower.
I'm looking around for
Follow
Sid at
in.
the same time.
Okay, roll me perception.
Wasn't he meant to be coming?
Yeah.
Also, have we left the door unguarded now?
No, the other guy that was there is.
Come back.
Yep. Non-natural 20.
You walk in and look in immediately on the other side of this massive room. The first thing you see is Sid standing on the other side and he's cleaning something.
Okay, just take note.
As you guys walk in,
Method, tell him you're there.
as you guys walk in, and
Yeah,
there is this massive cylinder in the middle of the room. Basically, what this thing looks like.
By the way, are these wood?
These
buildings, are they actually wood?
No.
Okay.
This is just to differentiate them.
Yeah.
I will send a message to Sid.
Okay.
I can't be bothered actually making a sentence, but I'm just gonna.
You can send just one word as message, but yeah, what do you?
You can send up to a sentence.
Up to a sentence. Oh, it's just up to a
That would-
sentence.
It's like some sort of phrase, but at least a sentence is enough, and then you can send another one and another one and another.
Yeah.
You can just say a lot of things in one go.
What was the? There was like a message he said at the end of his note, right?
Yeah, it was a lost comment. It was help.
Yeah. I send that to him.
Help has arrived.
Yeah, that's really a lot better. I'll say that it arrived.
Come on, man.
I like that one.
You could do this.
You see him visibly kind of in the middle of cleaning, visibly stop and go, Aaron, where are you? Right, he hasn't moved to look around. He's just kind of stopped.
He's replying, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
replied to you.
So it just says, and whisper our message. There's no limiting factor on how long the message is.
Okay.
That's one of the other things.
I think
there's something limit.
I think sentence is what you can get out in combat. I think that's where that comes from.
6 seconds to say something.
I'm in the same room as you as a mark.
You see the big thing standing in the room? I'm next to that.
I'm next to the dragonborn.
Well, I'm a helmeted. I mean, kind of looks dragony. That would make sense.
Sid stops in mid-clean and sort of looks over in your direction.
He's cleaning.
And he keeps kind of doing what he's doing. You guys walk into basically this. Is opaque the one where you can't see, or is it?
Yeah, translucent is.
Okay, this opaque cylinder is basically sitting in the middle of the room, and there is this weird sort of mechanical-looking box to the side.
Cylinder or orb?
Cylinder.
Cool.
Is it?
Thank you. Yeah, just to make sure, because it's almost like even like that, rounded. Carry on. I know.
It's a cylinder with some sort of like ceiling thing on top of it.
Yeah, like a can.
Yeah.
Really big.
Yeah, and she walks.
You want me to kill something in there?
She turns back and looks at you and goes, "Oh no, that would be a dangerous move. Doing that, catastrophic."
Why is it dangerous to kill something?
She points at the cylinder and goes, "How much water magic can you do? How much water magic are you familiar with?
I can make water. Out of nothing.
If you kill this, you can't." As she walks over to this,
And you're experimenting.
and she walks over to this,
Potentially starting to get more and more.
and she walks over to this like thing on the side and presses a couple of things, and
This better be worth it.
a small box on the side sort of opens up, and this sort of glowing crystal is sitting in there, and it's very similar to the one you stole from the other guys. And she goes, "A smaller one than before," and she takes it out, and she goes, "Before we were infusing diamonds with these to create these powerful cores. But if you infuse these sorts of things into living creatures, it overpowers them, and they explode. Some of them turn into water. Some of them must have wet floor around here. And
Oh. How many?
I started with 30 goblins, and now I've got one that worked."
I stop for a moment, kneel down, grab my claw, and just start praying.
"Mark, what's wrong with this one?"
I am saying the last rites for those you have killed.
Subject of Hades.
Oh, subject. Didn't tell me what to do.
Oh, this will be interesting then. Oh, we definitely have to have this happen now. And
She's getting horny.
she puts this
If
jelly
you're
in her
making
pocket.
some privacy.
I was hoping to fight a strong woman. Instead, I'm going to fight something else.
And she walks up to you and goes, get ready. Okay, grab whatever weapon you need. There's a weapons section that's just over in the area over there. However much material you need for casting magic. And the banquet where we set up for banquets for dinners and things like that. I want her there, right?
The fight.
Yeah, near the fire, but that's right.
There was like a random, just like, okay, there's a bunch of people there cooking the fire.
Yeah, that one. And be out there. You've got 10 minutes. Oh, this is going to be exciting. She turns
Anything magical on that shelf
the shelf.
that she told me. There's weapons over there if you want them.
No, there's where she points outside of where you guys are. Basically, she's indicating the
Okay.
weapons shed.
Cool. I will guess I'll walk into the shed and find out if there's anything magical of use. If not, I will walk straight out of the shed as I do all I need.
So you walk out that way. She
Do you want me to
completely,
hold
she
it there?
completely ignores you and just wanders into the other side of this facility. Roll me a perception.
Actually, I may not rush over there then. I'm going to talk to the dude.
It's 11.
You don't quite see what's through the door that she opens up and then closes behind it. And you're basically left alone in this chamber with Sid, who
And
in the middle of sort of half cleaning.
If you haven't left,
Okay.
I haven't left. You're my escort. I wouldn't leave without you. That would break
And,
character.
and Sid kind of stops and sort of, what did you just agree to?
I'm going to fight something.
Faridrin, do you have detect magic?
Yes.
Can you see if there's any other magic in this area that might stop me from sending a message to the toad?
I mean, could you send a message to the little dude?
I guess that's true, but I was wondering if it was...
Can you see the dude in the opaque glass?
Is that true? I don't know much about, like, spells. There's something that could, like,
I know.
detect me or
I'm
something.
intentionally trying to make sure that you know that you probably can't because you can't see him. If I'm correct.
If it's opaque...
You know, you just
You
gotta,
point your finger towards a creature within range. Just within range. Don't have to, like...
you have to know roughly where it is to be able to point at it. Basically.
Yeah, so that circle thing, that thing.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him.
I don't think you can send it through a couple of meters of concrete.
It is... where was it?
I think it can go
You
through.
can cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. So we know it's beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood blocks. So anything thicker than that or that blocks it.
So
Your
I
choice.
can or can't?
Theoretically,
Right.
you can.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna try and send messages to toad.
Thing
Can you
is-
hear me?
You don't get a response.
Okay.
Sid's still kind of standing there mid-mop, kind of trying to figure out what's going on.
Is it okay? Whatever it is. I assume at this point we figure it's the frog.
I assume it's
Yeah.
a frog.
Yeah, and we're both hunting for it. Yes.
I don't think so. It looks quite ill.
How strong is this thing? This cylinder. What's it made of?
I don't know.
I will use up a spell slot to cast Detect Magic in this room, which gives the auras of different types of magic.
As you sort of look around the room, you get like an innate magic from Aaron, and the same kind of innate magic is coming from Sid as well. It's like he's enchanted himself or something's enchanting off him. Looking around the room, the floor is basically glowing with magic.
Which makes sense. It's dead bodies that go. Magic go. Yes.
And the cylinder itself is not really showing magic directly. It's almost like an anti-magic that seems to be emanating from it.
So I would see the magic field of the location or something. It's absorbing magic. Okay.
Hypothetically, would the toad be big enough to go through a dimension door all the time?
If it was the right sort of size, yes.
Because the right sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Like specifically make a dimension door the right size.
You can't take a creature that's bigger than you.
So you technically it's the size category in that case because you could take lethal, but not.
It's in its weakened state. I assume it's probably small.
How big is it?
If I think you don't know how big it is.
I'm not asking Ed. I'm not asking me. I'm asking Sam. Have you seen it? How big is it?
I mean, pretty big. I don't know.
Bigger than me? Taller than me?
Probably about your sort of size. It used to be bigger. Sort of. It seems smaller than usual. It might even be smaller now.
All right. We need to leave. I've got 10 minutes, and I've probably been at least half that time.
Okay, Sid, try and figure out a way that you can get in there. Not you, but I might
Like, to get it open.
get into there.
Okay.
I can break it if you want me to.
You're going to be busy fighting.
for now.
You might be a distraction.
I might be a corpse.
No, there's 3 of those walking around already.
Well, they're probably standing waiting at being examined by a nurse.
Just keep acting normal. We'll sort this out. I'm here to help you and get the toad out.
Some of heroes.
Figure someone out.
And that's where we're ending it for today.
I'm gonna kill something. I hope.
So we're ending it on the potential of a showdown with faridrin. Something happening with Catch. Still going for a recruit. Probably being dragged into the crowd, actually. It's probably what's going to happen. Fitz, I'm going to have to get a couple of drug rolls with you, depending how many people.
Tempted to like.
What do you mean when this happens? He's pretty much always drunk.
I wonder what its reaction would be if I showed him one of the phoenix feathers. Probably nothing.
Find out.
Her reaction would be ridiculous.
Aaron will be doing something with Aaron kind of thing. So
Doesn't know.
basically, beginning of next game, I'm going to start it from the point of basically a crowd of people gathering and faridrin waiting to fight. So there's going to be a little bit of a time skip. I will have a chat with Dio and Johnny for where they will be during this situation.
Can I have a quick question of, did I find anything good in there?
Magically wise? No.
Cool. That's all I wanted to know, because this is pretty much the best weapon for me.
It looks like it's a lot of standard weapons, but there's no magic weapons.
And I'm also technically
And
detecting it.
as a message for you all, just because it's very entertaining, no one has examined the skeletons because they've walked in that direction and stood as a group just to the side of the tents. But because they don't know why they were sent there, they haven't gone in to say examine me or anything like that. So there was a group of guards who were basically looking like they're talking over there.
I'm glad they didn't just keep walking.
No, because you told them to go over there, so they've gone over there.
Yeah, but over there, it's going to be that way.
And because they've got sort of somewhat moppy hair and faces and stuff like that, the group of them standing together look like they're probably just 3 guards goofing off. But because they're not talking, they're just standing there looking at each other. It's going to be very interesting if anyone actually closely examines it.
Is it still streaming?
Till next time, chaos!